Hi, everyone. I just typed out a whole outline of what I want to cover on today's call. I hope some people start popping on. But today I want to cover a couple of topics. I want to be open to taking questions, but I also want to cover all the topics that are listed right there. If you can see it, I want to cover where to find answers to your questions. I want to answer if you're exercising, how to make modifications for exercising. I want to cover questions about water, like how much water you should be drinking, does seltzer count, all those type of things. I want to help you answer how to track best and how to use the tracker and everything. I want to cover how much you should eat, how many portions, what if you want to treat, how to deal with all of that. And I want to answer, the question of a lot of people are asking, like, I'm so used to eating 5 times a day, 6 times a day, 7 times a day. Like, how and why is this different? So if you look here, I think you guys can see all the topics I want to cover at the top. And then I want to take questions. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Edelyn. I love you guys. Thank you for being part of this amazing group. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jonathan. Hello, everyone. I love you all. Hi, Julie. Hey, Christy. Hello. Hello, CJ. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm so happy you guys are popping on. I'm going to try to go live. I will probably go live more than you can handle because I just want to see you guys as much as possible. But I'll try to change up time. So today I went midday, maybe I'll go later, maybe I'll go earlier. So I'll try to switch it up to accommodate ones, lifestyles. Michelle said she's stalking this page. Good. So look at this program as a course. Look at it as a real course that you want to become an expert at for yourself, for others, for everyone else around you. So please, stock the program. Make sure you watch every single video. Stock the resources. Take the weekend. If you didn't get your boxes yet, print every material out. Read through every single thing. Within the page, there's a resources tab. There's a Q&A. We worked really hard on that Q&A, and that Q&A was developed from all the questions we were getting so much from the test groups, and there are really good answers in there. So please read through the Q&A. Questions of but what if I'm hungry? What if I am breastfeeding? What if I'm exercising? All these questions you may have are pretty much answered in that Q&A. So I'm here to answer obviously additional questions. If you look here, I'm going to answer more questions today that I feel need additional answers, but please just soak everything up. Really just read through every material. You can stalk my Instagram, you can stalk my YouTube. Even if you're not ready to make the recipes, if you watch the recipe videos, you'll even hear more answers to probably a lot of your questions in that, because there's so much just jam-packed of information in this, and you really just can't, it's just it's gonna take a while to really get through everything and really understand it. So if you have a lot of questions, that's why I'm here today. I'm gonna help answer all of them, hopefully for you, but just know with time, and with continuously reading and watching the videos and materials, your questions will really start to calm down. Hey, Francine. Hey, Kelly. Oh my God, you're already down 3 pounds. Guys, we've launched 48 hours ago and thousands of pounds are down. Even if you haven't gone into the videos yet, or you're still questioning, or you're still skeptical, it's pretty unbelievable and admirable. And we should all be so proud and excited that we're all part of that, because that's incredible. And we should all just take a moment to just celebrate how amazing that is, that among Americans, Canadians, and the UK, thousands of pounds have been lost in 48 hours. So I'm just really proud of you guys. Thank you so much for getting people on board, for being on board. And we're about to really hopefully make history here and really improve so many people's lives, including our own. So Yes, you can add Propel to your water, the 0-calorie Propel to your water. I don't know if it has artificial sweeteners. My favorite one is called Stir. I don't work for the company. I'm not sponsored, but I should be. STUR. That's like my favorite. I posted on my Instagram before. Okay, so I'm going to cover that. If you guys see here, I want to cover these top 6 questions that I wanted to hit today. And then I want to cover more questions that come in. Hi, everyone. Okay, so if you look here, here's like the top 6 questions I wanted to get through today. Okay, Emily, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to everything. So here are the top 6 questions. The first question I want to answer is, Alana, what if I'm exercising? What if I'm hungry? I don't know how much to eat. All those questions, I want you to know the answers are, 1, as you keep watching the videos, as you read through the materials and resources, as you go to the resources tab and read the Q&A, and as you go through the success group guide. You're all coaches, so you all have access to the coach office. Within the coach office of the 2B Mindset, there is a success group guide. Within the success group guide, we added 3 amazing additional videos. One is exercise and the 2B Mindset. And I'm not in it. It's Lara, the EVP of product development, who's like the backbone of this program with me, and Denis, who is the head of FNR, so food and nutrition results for Beachbody. He helped create all of those meal plans for all the Beachbody workouts. Together, they talk about what modifications you need to make for your exercise. So if you're doing 80-day obsession, or you're doing shift shop, or you're doing hip hop abs, what modifications you would need to make to the 2B Mindset in order to do so. I want to let you know, you might not have to make any modifications at all. I personally like to only do workouts where my modification is more water, okay? And I really recommend, if you have a lot of weight to lose and your eating is not in a great place, I really recommend, and you want to work out, which is awesome, I recommend you really focus on the 2B Mindset eating plan and stick to workouts that don't induce too much of a hunger or feel too like torturous for you in a way, like it's something that you actually enjoy. So that could be weightlifting, that could be plyo, that could be a dance like Size or Country Heat. But I recommend finding a workout. It could be walking, it could be stretching, it could be swimming, it could be biking. But I recommend finding a workout that doesn't make you feel like you need to eat so much extra, so you can get the food into a really good place. If you do a more intense workout and you feel like you need more food or whatever, you can reference the More Shore model. And you can reference that video that would explain like how to weave in the Beachbody performance line if you're doing a more intense workout. But my best recommendation and helpful tool for people, which I realize is not in a video, so I want to make it really clear. My number 1 best advice to people who want to exercise but want to lose weight, my number 1 best advice that I do every single day when I work out is I do not leave the mat or the workout space until I finished an extra bottle of water. Okay, so you have minimum water requirements, but if you are exercising, breastfeeding, living in a super hot population like Florida already, or like anywhere, because it's like May, it's getting hotter, you're wearing layers, you feel like you're sweating more, you feel like you're hungrier more water, more weight loss. And I literally do not let myself leave the workout space, leave the room until I've downed an extra bottle of water. So you want to think like an extra 30 ounces of water, like one of our 2B Mindset bottles for every 60 minutes. Okay, so before you feel like you need a post-workout snack, before you feel like you need to really try water first, especially with exercise. Okay, so you will hear that more in that video where Denis and Lara are talking about exercise modifications, and in the Q&A. So if you're exercising the 2B Mindset, awesome, that's amazing. Just make sure that you are tracking, make sure that you are still have a hold of eating well. You prioritize this, and you're gonna rock it. And find a workout that you really love and you enjoy and releases stress. It makes you feel good and strong in your body, and not something that makes you feel like you've worked so hard, you need to earn like a binge fest on sugar or something like that, because that's not going to be helpful for your mindset. You want to find something that you really love that like makes you feel good and strong and awesome. And I love exercise. And I've played with so many different kinds, and I go into stages where I'm like really into kickboxing, or I'm really into spinning, like quarter force type things, or, you know, like 80-day obsession type things, which is like a lot of weight training, or just like a lot of yoga, like yoga retreat. Like, you know, you have to find what works best for you in the time of, you know, your life you're going through, for helping you relieve stress, feeling good, feeling amazing, making you want to eat better, and just treat your life with so much more care. So just, you know, play around with what works best for you. Okay, so Jenna, you're asking, I mean, this is not prescriptive in the way that like I don't really, I mean, if you feel like half an apple before a workout gives you that energy and gets you through the workout, fine. But like, don't feel like you necessarily need that. You have to do trial and error and use your plated method and see what works best for you and your body, and really use your tracker. So okay, so the first question was, where do I find answers for things, and how do I deal with exercise? And I want you to know, please watch that video with Denise and Lara. It's in the coach office in the Success Group Guide. Please watch it, and I think that will answer your questions on if you're doing 80-day obsession, shift shop, PIO, country heat, hip hop abs, and every other Beachbody program. It will outline for you how to make modifications if needed to make any. The next question is water. How much water? Please start by just making sure you're hitting that minimum ounces goal. So your weight divided by 2. But just know, if you're a hungrier type of person and like you just feel like you're still hungry, you should still be trying water first. If you feel like you sweat a lot because you live in a hot place, or if you're exercising more, you need more water. If you're breastfeeding, you need more water. If you're pregnant, you need more water. Like if you're stressed, stress can make you need more water. So, you know, hit that minimum, but like more water, more weight loss, you can drink more water. When it comes to seltzers, LaCroix, Zevia, you know, Polar, there's so many seltzer waters. I love them all. I just try to hit my minimum ounces in water, and then use like the water enhancers, like the Propel, the Stir. I mean, there's so many water enhancers. I just recommend you find one that doesn't have artificial sweeteners. So I really like the one STUR. It's on Amazon. I love all their flavors. But then like Skinny Girl brand has some. Vitamin Water Zero works. But like I try to treat those like, first I hit my water, and then I have those when I just like want to get more ounces and want that like fruity, sweetie, like tasty thing. When you're dinner and done, and maybe someone in your family is having like some silly stuff and you want something sweet and you want to keep your hands on the wheel, that's a really good time to have like a water, like a fruity water enhancer in your water, or some seltzer, LaCroix, or all that stuff. Okay, I want to answer tracking. So the most important part that you should be focusing on this week, this month, actually the whole time, are the 2 bunnies. And I know that sounds simplistic, but I cannot emphasize this enough. Plate it, you might not get right away. Needing a snack on the go, whatever it is, might happen. Exercising more might happen. You might need to add a performance line or something else. Wanting to treat yourself, not being able to get dinner and done into a good place for a couple of weeks, it's okay. But it always comes down to the 2 bunnies. And if you eat it, you track it. So like one of my best friends is doing the program. She just started. She told me that she ate like a whole pack of dried mango yesterday on her way home from work. I said, it's okay. Just track it. Just track it. Just write it down. Okay. Obviously, it's like, I call it silly or whatever. It's okay. As long as you track it, you're never cheating. As long as you write it down, it's all good. Okay? And it's gonna take time to figure out your system, to figure out what's worth it. You're gonna keep going on the scale. You're gonna be drinking water first, you're gonna be eating veggies most, but like, there is no perfect. There is never a perfect. There's no perfect day for anyone. So one thing a lot of people will say like, is like, I ate perfectly yesterday and I didn't lose weight. What's that about? We're all different. So like if you notice, I don't tell you eat 6 ounces of chicken or eat 5 ounces of hummus, because we're all different. And I said this a lot on the team calls, is the difference with the 2B mindset is people usually lose more weight in month 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 than they necessarily do month 1, because month 1 you're figuring it out. And the only way to figure it out is by tracking. So, one night you have 1 chicken thigh for dinner with zoodles, and then you find you're hungry at 9 p.m. So like maybe you have a snack or something. All good. Just track it. And then you'll say, you know what? I think I need 2 chicken thighs at dinner to feel full and satisfied and stay full, so I could be dinner and done. And that's the trial and error and like aha moments you're going to have in this program, especially in the first few weeks. So, one night you might have 4 shrimp with dinner, and then you'll be like, no, I was too hungry afterwards. So then you realize, oh wow, I need 6. Or like, I don't know, like I made a salad, but like I'm still hungry. Like, I don't know if you guys don't realize, like I eat a lot. Like I eat really enormous. I mean, I need a lot of veggies to get full. I drink a ton of water and eat a ton of veggies in order to get full. Like this is a whole bag of cauliflower rice with 1,000 dressing that I plan on eating, and like maybe making a big omelet afterwards and a shake. Like you can eat. It's not about eating less. It's about eating smarter and figuring out what that looks like for you. So you should be full and satisfied every day on this program. Please, 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 if you have any questions about how much to eat, if you're exercising, if you're breastfeeding, if you just feel like you're hungry and you don't know what to do, always go back to the More Sure model. The More Sure model is my absolute like favorite thing ever. You have to just keep doing the More Sure model. If at night, it's at nighttime and you feel like you want a snack and you can't be dinner and done, More Sure model. If you're at a party and you want to treat yourself and you don't know how to fit that in, More Sure model, track it, go on the scale, you're good. Okay, so really, 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 really try to use those resources. The next question is how to track best. Please, please, please make sure you're tracking everything. The app isn't out yet, but I want to show you that I've been tracking every day on my iPhone I downloaded the materials on tobemindset.com, and I downloaded it to iBooks, and I've been tracking every single day. Every single day. So I'm going to like eat this, and then I'm going to track it. And I'm very excited to do that. So they're interactive PDFs. You could actually type on them. So I recommend if you're a mobile-friendly person, like download the PDFs to your phone. If you're a tracker writing person, I really recommend you do that. Just because you didn't get the tracker yet, you can print the pages and start there. And then your box should come pretty quickly. The next, okay, Robin's asking how to fit in Shakeology. I'll get to that. The next thing about tracking is the best way to track. I know we're all busy. We're all so busy. We're all on the go. But if you eat it, you have to track it. And that's really where the mindset gets together. That's where the mindless eating, the emotional eating, all you're figuring out your best system comes together. And I cannot tell you, the people in the test groups who lost 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95 pounds, it's because they tracked every day doing it. And it's so easy. You're not counting calories. You're not weighing things. You're not cutting anything out. But if you eat it, you just have to track it so you learn your best system. I really recommend taking your phone out now. So I have 144 people on the call. Every single person, I'm going to do it with you. Go to reminders. So you go to alarm, reminders, and I want you to press plus sign, add a reminder. Hopefully our app will have this feature one day, but 10:30 a.m. Okay. And the label could be, you could change the label to, hey bunny, track breakfast. Okay. And you could add a little cute emoji, bunny, kissy, happy face. So now every morning at 10:30, I'm going to get a little alarm that says, hey, bunny, track breakfast. Done. And so that's saved, okay? And then let's all add a 2:30 p.m. or 3 p.m. to be, hey, bunny, track lunch, love you, cute little things all day. And then another one at 9 p.m. that's like, hi, love, like always be positive with yourself. Hi, love. Great day. let's be dinner and done and get to sleep and track our day. Set reminders throughout your day, because even if you don't get to it because you're in the middle of an email or a call or working with your kids, if you see the reminder, even if you ignore it, it's somewhat in your head. And then later it'll snooze and you'll come to it later, or you'll get the next one. So please, 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 please set reminders on your phone. CJ, you're saying the app is only available. You don't need the app to do the program. You guys can start the program right now. The app isn't available for anything now, but you don't need the app right now. You can set reminders on your phone. You can download the tracker onto an Android or an Apple. Yay, Kate. Okay, so as coaches and as people doing this, I really, really, really recommend doing that. Jessica's asking my favorite way to measure things. Okay, I actually want to show you my favorite thing to measure. Okay, I'll get up and I'll show you. Hold on, I'm gonna get up and show you. So, I don't measure too much, but some things I do measure is I got these cute little measuring cups from Anthropology years ago, and I like using them as bowls. So like in the 1 cup one, like I'll do like plain non-fat Greek yogurt because I like to get the big containers. So I'll do like this, but it's like a pretty bowl. I really hope we can make 2B Mindset pretty bowls like this that are actually measured. And then for like the 1/4 cup one, like I might take granola out and like put that on things. So like I don't like to be overly like I don't use like a food scale or anything like that. But like when it comes to looser food, like I'm gonna have a big container, I like to get like cute like bowls, but that actually have measurements to them. Anthropology has some really cute ones. Okay, next question. Is a lot of people are writing, okay, Alana, what do I do? I'm so used to having breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack, snack, and snack. How do I do this? Well, you know, I'm really not a fan of that pattern at all. I'm really not a fan of that pattern. If you look at the world, America is the most obese nation, and it is literally America. I've never seen another country that has come up with the 5 meal a day thing. I've never heard of another country do it. If you go to like Scandinavia or like all those European countries, like they usually do 2 to 3 meals a day, and not this 5 meal a day thing. So it's really snacking in our history that's increased with the obesity epidemic, and it is between meals that our body burns fat as fuel. And we cannot burn fat as fuel in the presence of glucose and insulin. And that's why you guys are going to start loving plated dinner and dinner and done. And you will see when you plate it dinner with 75% veggies, 25% protein, and whatever accessories needed, and your dinner and done, you actually have what I call fat burning sleep. You know, a lot of people feel like they have to do intermittent fasting and stop eating at like 2 p.m. It's actually not the case. If you plate it dinner and you're 75% veggies and 25% protein and you accessorize as needed, and your dinner and done, you can eat dinner and still reap those benefits of fat burning sleep. And I want you guys to keep seeing that, because I think you're going to realize that you can lose a lot of weight following plated dinner and done, along with all the other principles for that reason. And I also am not a fan of this like 5 meal a day thing, because I feel like that is really hard for a mindset. Because why people love this program, why you're gonna love this program, and why everyone uses the word food freedom. Like everyone says, like when they do this program, it's literally food freedom. Right now you're thinking about food. You're thinking about what are the food groups and what are the plated. But once you get it in motion, you'll realize it's very seamless. And it might take a couple of weeks to do that. And it's gonna take tracking and water first and veggies most and watching every video and reading everything. But eventually with time, you're gonna realize it's like, it just comes to you very naturally. And you're going to realize, like, your mindset is on just every other aspect of life. It's really not overly fixated on food in that way. And that one of the ways that happens is by eating satisfying big meals, being full, but like eating, filling up, feeling good, and moving on, and just drinking water in between your meals. And I find when people are eating like 5 times a day, it's like you're always thinking, like, when am I eating next? When am I eating next? When am I eating next? And it just makes you kind of like overwhelmed always thinking about food. And like one of the nice aspects of this program, how it's designed, is like that you actually you're not going to be as like focused on food as much. You're going to be focused on living your best, happiest, like most freest life. And I think you will all see the benefits in that with weight loss and everything else by sticking to plate it and by really focusing on 3 meals a day. And if you're hungry in between meals, well, I have a good answer there in the Q&A and the resources, but you'll see, like, you'll do the more sure model. You'll really start by drinking a lot of water first. And you'll realize, like, it could be, you have to ask yourself, is it habit or is it hunger? Is it habit or is it hunger? A lot of us have habits to eat in between meals, habits to eat in the car, habits to have something on our way home, habits to eat something at our desk, but it's not necessarily hunger. And I really encourage you guys to learn habit versus hunger. And that's why water first is so critical. Okay. And if you need a snack, it's always okay. Like I said, if you eat it, just track it and it's all good. But you have to bring it back to the 2 bunnies and really use the more sure model if you feel like you need to eat anything more. All right. I love you guys. Okay. A lot of you are having questions about Shakeology, how to fit in Shakeology. Shakeology is a protein. We need protein at every meal, right? Because protein keeps us full. And one of the best parts of having a positive mindset is being full and satisfied. And like I said, not being overwhelmed with like wanting to eat every minute, is like being full and satisfied and going about your day. And we want that. And that's why I love Shakeology. Shakeology is perfect for feeling full and satisfied because it is so high in protein. It also has obviously amazing other health benefits, and it's high in fiber. So you also get good energy. So right now, I plan on drinking all this water after I even drink even more water, because like I said, I exercise and I didn't like leave the exercise room until I drank 30 ounces of water. And then I'm going to drink this. I have a huge bowl of cauliflower rice here and Thousand Island dressing. I do love Thousand Island dressing. And it's diluted with water. And I get the one from Follow Your Heart. It's actually vegan and it's delicious. And I also have a great recipe in the cabbage steaks one, which is kind of like a copy of this. And then I'm going to make myself a shake. So I'm going to have a Shakeology. I'm going to put in probably like half a banana and probably the digestive boost. I like to mix it with water. I like to add a lot of cinnamon. It's delicious. And then I've plated a dinner and I'll be full and satisfied all afternoon because I have such a crazy afternoon, and I'll be like good for a while. And so you kind of have to play with it and see. Like, I love Shakeology as part of my consistent breakfast. Sometimes today I'm having it as lunch. I'm like 9 months pregnant, so consistent breakfasts haven't been as the same for me, but I do recommend consistent breakfast and having your Shakeology in a way that like you feel like it's easy to be consistent with. I love it usually as breakfast. Lately my schedule's changed, and I've been having it more as lunch. Oh, Christy, yeah, you shouldn't feel hungry. You have to ask yourself, the first 2 weeks, you have to keep asking yourself, hunger or habit? And if it's hunger, what do I really need? More sure model. Okay, that's how I want you guys to think. Hunger or habit? If it's hunger, more sure model. Okay, what kind of day is it? What do I need it that day? And all those things. Laura said, do you recommend the 3 boosts? I use digestive boost. I think it makes the shake creamier and it's just more fiber and it helps you go to the bathroom. Focused energy makes me a little jittery because as you guys see, I'm high energy anyway, but my husband loves it. The Power Greens, I sometimes like sprinkle in, but I usually don't use a full scoop because I find if I use a full scoop, it takes away the chocolatiness, and I like how chocolatey it is. Plus there's like already powdered greens in there, so I keep powdered greens next there, and I like usually add in a sprinkle. I'll sprinkle it into, especially if I'm adding like more sweet fruit, then I will usually add in more powdered greens because I can't usually taste it as much then. Hyperhydration. Okay. First of all, in the so Susan's asking, like, I guess, like, too much water. Like, how do you know how much water? As the recommendations are in the video, having half your weight in water is like nothing at all. And then if you have to exercise, you should have more water with that. I've spoken to a lot of kidney doctors. I've spoken to a lot of nephrologists. It is way more dangerous to be underhydrated and way more common that people are underhydrated than overhydrated. And the cases you see for people who have superhydration, overhydration, usually comes from people who are sweating profusely and not replenishing the electrolytes that are lost in their sweat. So like the Gators, who are the football players in Florida who inspired Gatorade, they were being overhydrated because they were sweating so much and they were drinking so much water, but they weren't replenishing the electrolytes lost. And those are really all the cases that I know of overhydration anyway. It's from profusely sweating and not replenishing with electrolytes. That's why if you are profusely sweating in your workout, you should use Beachbody Performance Hydrate, which does have those electrolytes to replenish so you don't overhydrate. But if you're at a desk job and you're sitting down most of the day, or working out 30 minutes a day or an hour a day, you should definitely be hitting the minimum water ounces goal, I'm saying, and probably more with your exercise regimen. And you shouldn't worry about that. What other questions? Okay, so I answered why not 5 meals a day. How much to eat really comes out of trial and error with the tracking you saw. How to track best, we all set reminders. Questions about water, seltzer, and how much we spoke about. Exercise and modifications we spoke about, but you also know that you're going to reference the coach office and the success group guide and see that extra video in there. And know that answers will come as you keep watching the videos, tracking, keep reading through all the resources. I mean, it just started. There's no way you could have like gotten everything, and read through the Q&A. Okay, now more questions. Jill is asking, how are you going to maintain your weight? Because she only has like 5 pounds to lose. For maintenance, I recommend, once everyone hits their goal weight, I really recommend you keep tracking for at least 2 months after you hit your goal weight. You're going to be eating very similarly. The food plan works, but you'll track and you'll figure out how you maintain your weight best with the 2B mindset. So you'll still go on the scale, and you'll see like, oh, maybe that means that Monday to Friday I kind of stick to the program, and over the weekend I might, have more room to treat, and I go on the scale. Monday goes up a pound, but then by Friday it's down the pound, and that's good maintenance for me. And some people might say, oh, well, I'm just gonna increase my workout and increase what I put in my shake afterwards, and that will help you maintain. So maintenance is its own thing. I really recommend focus on weight loss mode now. When you hit your goal weight, it's awesome. I'll talk more about that and how to maintain your weight with the 2B mindset when I think more people are there. But I still recommend following the program and tracking, and then also using the scale and seeing how to best maintain your weight with this program. So you make sure that you do maintain that 5 pound loss. And you'll be so used to the habits of the program that it feels really natural to maintain. That's why we've had so many people not just lose weight, but have maintained their weight loss like so many months later. And I have really never had to talk to them too much about it, because they were tracking once they hit their goal weight, and they kind of figured out like how to best maintain their weight while going on the scale, making sure that they do. And I talk a little bit more about how to maintain your weight with the 2B mindset in the scale video, which is also a bonus video just for coaches, which is me and Lara talking about the scale within the Coach Office Success Group Guide. So Susan, I hope I answered your question. Chicken, sausage, and bacon. I've enjoyed these. I don't see them listed. They're there. Bacon's on the list. It's in accessories. So I really recommend watching the grocery store video. And I talk more about bacon and sausage in the grocery store video. Yeah, Karen, everyone's gonna, I mean, the self-attunement you get by figuring out your own system is so pleasurable and freeing. Oh, Lori, great question. Lori Zold, yes. Lori Zold asked a great question that I wanted to answer and I forgot to. Lori said, what's my recommendation for setting a good goal weight? I really recommend looking at your BMI. If you Google what is my BMI and you put in your weight and your height, you will see where you fall in a range and what a healthy weight range would look like for your height. A lot of people online like to bash the BMI. I don't know why. It's scientifically based. It's been used by every medical professional and doctor for years, at least within the American system. I've worked in hospitals. The first thing when a patient comes in, we have to know their BMI. As a dietitian, as a doctor, everyone sees it. It's on your health chart. If you're a bodybuilder like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, the BMI is not going to be fully accurate because he had an obscene amount of muscle mass. But for an everyday person who works out maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day, but looks generally, you know, not uber muscle mass, it's a pretty good indicator of finding a healthy range for you. And so it's a quick, easy calculation. Could Google, what's my BMI? Figure out where you are. If your BMI is 35, a healthy range is considered 18.5 to about 25. You know, if your BMI is 28, see what your weight would be like at 25 to get you into that healthy weight range. The BMI has been proven to be a really good indicator of serious chronic disease risks. So as you're in a BMI if your BMI is obese, the risk of heart disease is higher than if your BMI is overweight. So there is a lot of good research and understanding to it, and it is a nice reference point for figuring out a healthy weight for yourself. Of course, you can be healthy and well with an overweight BMI, but it is a good reference point if you don't know what a goal weight would look like for you. Caitlin, I really recommend you have an open mind. We've had a lot of people like you in the program who weren't used to eating veggies. I promise you, find cauliflower rice, like I just did, find spaghetti squash, watch the recipe videos, find one vegetable to start. We have had people in the groups who are like, I'm allergic to vegetables. Like, I don't know if Mary Dorn is in here, but she was like, I will not eat vegetables. I've never eaten a vegetable. And now she's like a veggie queen. You don't have to like every vegetable like me, but find one or two, find a way to put cheese on it, make it delicious, whatever it is, and you'll soon love it. Watch the recipe videos. Even if you're not a cook, watch the recipe videos. The bacon and Brussels sprouts is like freaking delicious. If you like bacon, you'll like bacon and Brussels sprouts. Christy said, do I recommend this for cancer survivors? I actually did my residency at like a top cancer hospital. If the person is like past remission, healthy, well, and wants a good eating plan, obviously they can speak with their doctors, but if they're healthy and well and they're past that stage, I don't see why not, but they should speak to their doctor, of course. Sandra Flewelyn, you just go into Google, say, what is my BMI? You'll put in your weight, you put in your height, and it'll give you like where you stand, and you'll just want to like think of your goal weight as getting into a healthy weight range. Or if your BMI is considered morbidly obese, you want to just find a way to get into that obese category. It's pretty easy to see. Dana made cauliflower mashed potatoes, delicious. Her daughter loved it, so happy. How long will it take to lose 100 pounds? Kayla is asking, how long will it take to lose 100 pounds? The more you put into this, the more you're gonna get out. So, I mean, I've seen in the test groups, people who have more, like a woman who has 100 pounds to lose and a woman who has 20 pounds to lose. And you would think that it would be easier for the woman who has 100 pounds to lose and harder for the woman who only has 20 pounds to lose. But if the woman who only has 20 pounds to lose has amazing motivation and really does this and has a really positive mindset, she can lose those 20 pounds faster than the more overweight person can lose their 20 pounds. So it really comes down to mindset, not metabolism. I've said it 100 times because I've taught big groups of weight loss seminars, and I see it over and over again. Sometimes I would teach a weight loss seminar at UCLA, and the 75-year-old woman post-menopause would lose more weight than the 19-year-old cook who's on his feet all day. And it doesn't make any sense because because his metabolism should in theory be so much better and everything, but her mindset's in a stronger, greater place. So I don't want to make any promises for how much anyone's going to lose, because it really will come down to you and how motivated you are and how strong and positive your mindset can be and how well you track and how well your water first, veggies most, and do the program. But what we've seen in the test groups is about 10 pounds per month. So if it's 100 pounds, you should be able, with a strong mindset, you can totally and healthfully and steadily see that in a year or less. But it really will always come down to the amount of effort you're putting in, your starting point, and everything else. Louise, I talk about granola in the accessories video, and I call it a crushed up cookie. But there is a granola that I do like. It's called Julian's Bakery. It's on Amazon. It's my favorite. But I use a half cup of this every time I eat it. Kathy, I really recommend, she's saying that her willpower dwindles as the day goes. Kathy, I really recommend you keep watching the videos. Keep watching the videos. Keep watching the videos. I'm sure you did not finish watching the videos. I'm sure you did not finish watching grocery store, events, travel, because you will see that you're going to be motivated every single minute of every single day with the 2B mindset as you get through more and more of the videos. Kathy, you could totally lose 10 pounds a month is what we've been seeing. We're seeing someone lost 70 pounds in 8 months. Someone lost about 80 pounds in 9 months. But it comes down to everyone's starting point and motivation. Beach Bar. Beach Bar is a perfect snack. So Beach Bar wasn't out. Beach Bar was not out when we filmed, but Beach Bar is a perfect snack, because if you look at the Beach Bar nutrition facts, it has about the same protein as FFCs. So it really kind of works as a 1-to-1. If you look at the plate on, I should have my tracker. If you look at the plate of a snack, you want it to be water first, veggies, maybe some baby carrots, and some protein and FFCs, and the Beach Bar is literally perfect to do that. So in the food list, it says a protein, but there are carbs in there. So you could totally just have some water, maybe a couple baby carrots and a Beach Bar, and you might not feel like you need to have an additional carb at all there. Christy, the pregnancy modifications, I don't believe are up yet, but basically when it comes down to pregnancy, the goal is obviously not weight loss. The goal is obviously not weight loss, and if you need to make whatever modifications, extra snack, FFC at dinner, please do in order to gain at a steady pace, we're going to print out those PDFs very shortly. Okay, she's saying, I've enjoyed chicken sausage and chicken bacon. Is that okay? Yes. Kinsley, you can totally have chicken sausage and bacon doing this program. I recommend watching the grocery store video. I feel like a lot of answers to a lot of people's questions on bacon, on yogurts, a lot is answered in the grocery store video, and the grocery store video is long, so I recommend doing the grocery store in its own time. Okay. Caitlin asked a question, and I'm going to make this the last question, and then I'm going to go. Oh, because we're over an hour. Okay. So Caitlin asked, can she use calorie counting Lose It app to track? Do not recommend. I do not recommend using a calorie counter app because I could go into this for a while. I actually did it on the Beachbody page. But basically a couple of reasons why I don't recommend using those apps. One is it's a negative focus all day long. you start with a bank and all day you're like, oh God, now I can't eat that, now I can't eat that. You save your calories to bank them later. It's like the opposite of what you want to be doing. And it's horrible for your mindset because it makes you so paranoid. Did I get enough? Did I eat enough? I'm really full and satisfied, but my app is telling me I need 300 more calories in order to live, and it's just not true. It makes you totally obsessed. It's completely inaccurate. There's a 20% deviation on calorie labels and actual what's in the food. I'm going to post a link on why I don't recommend using those apps. Yes, I recommend you print everything out and you get started, or you can download, like I showed at the beginning of the call, you can download the tracker to your phone, as I did right here in iBooks. And you can use the tracker in your iBooks. So I don't know if you guys see this. So this is an iPhone, but Android should work similarly. Sorry. You can type into the PDF. So like I could type into my tracker in my phone by just downloading the PDF. They're interactive PDFs. All right, I love you guys. You're gonna rock this. You're doing amazing. There's a lot of information to get there, so please have fun this weekend. Watch the videos, take your time. There's so much information in there. There's so much information in the materials. There's so much information in the Q&As and added resources and within the Success Group Guide. So like if you have questions, just know that they will be answered and you're gonna rock this. And the only thing you really need to be focusing most on right now are the 2 bunnies. And always is really the 2 bunnies. Just try to drink more water. Literally this weekend, just try to drink more water. Just literally, I don't care how much water you're drinking to start, but just drink more water and always choose water first. Before you put anything in your mouth this weekend, water first, water first, water first, water first, water first, water first. Veggies most, just even if you don't like veggies, you're not used to veggies, you're not used to eating 75% of your plate veggies, that's fine. Just eat more veggies than you did last week. That's it, just start there. When it comes to the scale, get a scale, flat surface, first thing in the morning, start getting used to using it. You can look at, I have a video on YouTube talking about it more. There's a video in the Success Group talking about more. I've published research in the Journal of Obesity on it more if you want to learn more about it, but just start going on it first thing in the morning, once a day. You're just going to be so happy you did. It's already, you're going to realize it's just a habit, it's just a tool, and it's nothing more. And track. The only thing that you should be diligent on and put the most effort into, and you should sweat over as if it's a Beachbody workout program, is the tracker. If you eat it, track it. Set reminders in your phone. 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 9 p.m. Hey, love, just track. Checking on you, and I'm good to go. If you eat it, track it. You're never cheating as long as you track. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Brenda. I love you. Tina, Caitlin, I know. Which hashtag should we use? 2 bunnies or like the 2 fingers? I don't know. I've been using them both. All right. I love you guys. Have the best day.